What if one event in history never happened? How different would our world be today? Imagine, if you will, a world where the wheel was never invented, or the Renaissance never took place. What a vastly different place we'd inhabit. In this journey through time, we'll delve into 10 pivotal moments that have forever altered the course of our shared history. History is a vast, complex tapestry, but some threads stand out more than others. Rewind to prehistoric times, when the discovery of fire was a groundbreaking moment. Imagine a world plunged in darkness after sunset, then a spark, a flicker, a flame. Fire, in its primal and raw form, was a beacon in the night, a game changer for our early ancestors. This elemental force served multiple roles. It became the heart of the home, providing vital warmth in cold, harsh climates. Its heat transformed raw food into nourishing meals, unlocking nutrients and making them easier to digest. But fire was more than a domestic tool. Its glow deterred predators, a fiery guardian against the dangers lurking in the shadows. Fire became a catalyst for social development too. Gathered around its warmth, stories were shared, bonds were formed, communities were built. It lit the path to progress, from crafting tools to forging metals. Fire, one of humankind's earliest innovations, truly set us apart and sparked the beginning of civilization. Fast forward a few millennia to the invention of the wheel. This seemingly simple device sparked a revolution in human society that's still spinning today. As a key component of the earliest modes of transportation, the wheel transformed the way we moved, both ourselves and our goods, over long distances. It expanded our horizons, making trade, exploration, and migration possible on an unprecedented scale. But the wheel's influence didn't stop at transportation. It played a pivotal role in farming, facilitating the development of tools like the plow and watermill. These innovations boosted agricultural productivity and efficiency, laying the groundwork for the growth of civilization. The wheel also set the stage for later technological advancements. It's the foundation for gears and cogs, essential components in everything from clocks to engines. The wheel's influence extends into nearly every facet of our modern world, from industry to technology to everyday life. The wheel was a turning point that set the stage for great leaps in technology and travel. Now, imagine a world where the Roman Empire never fell. But it did, and its fall sent shockwaves across the continent. Europe plunged into a period known as the Dark Ages, a time often characterized by cultural and economic decline. The Roman Empire, a beacon of civilization, had collapsed, leaving a power vacuum that reshaped the political landscape of Europe. This vast empire that once controlled the Mediterranean was no more. Its end ushered in a new era of fragmented political power, with tribes and kingdoms rising and falling in its wake. These disruptions led to a decrease in trade, a decline in literacy, and a shift in power dynamics that would last for centuries. The fall of the Roman Empire was not just the end of an era, it was the catalyst for a new one. The ashes of Rome gave birth to the Middle Ages, a time of knights, castles, and feudalism. The fall of Rome marked the end of ancient history and the beginning of the Middle Ages. From the ashes of the Middle Ages, the Renaissance bloomed. Emerging around the 14th century, the Renaissance was a fervent period of cultural, artistic, political, and economic rebirth following the darkness of Middle Ages. It began in Italy and spread across Europe, bringing a renewed interest in the classical knowledge of the Greeks and Romans. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo revived the aesthetic values of antiquity, painting vivid portraits of human potential and creating sculptures that seemed to breathe life. In the realm of politics, city-states flourished, and a new class of educated citizens emerged, advocating for greater societal participation and the separation of church and state. Economically, the Renaissance sparked a boom in trade, exploration, and scientific innovation that set the stage for the modern capitalist economy. This extraordinary period in history was not just about beautiful art or new inventions. It was about humanism, exploration, and the pursuit of knowledge. The Renaissance was a beacon of light that guided us out of the Middle Ages and into modernity. Next, we step into the age of machines, the Industrial Revolution. This pivotal period, which spanned from the mid-18th to the early 19th century, ushered in unparalleled advancements in technology, transportation, and manufacturing. The Industrial Revolution saw the birth of factories and steam power. These factories became the backbone of the economy, churning out goods on a scale never seen before. This era triggered a mass migration of people from rural areas to cities, resulting in rapid urbanization. With urbanization came dramatic changes in living conditions. While the affluent enjoyed the luxury of gaslighting and indoor plumbing, the working class grappled with overcrowded housing and poor sanitation. Moreover, the Industrial Revolution brought about significant social changes. It marked the shift from a predominantly agrarian society, where most people were farmers, to an industrial and urban society, with people working in factories and living in cities. The Industrial Revolution shifted our world from agrarian societies to industrial and urban ones. In the 20th century, the world was rattled by two massive wars. The First and Second World Wars were cataclysms that stretched across continents, involving more than 30 countries and affecting millions of lives. They were the most extensive wars in history, and they brought about immense changes on a global scale. The wars drastically altered global politics, with the decline of European colonial empires and the rise of two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Economies too were transformed as nations mobilized for war, and then had to rebuild from the destruction. The effects on societies were profound, changing attitudes towards nationalism, democracy, and technology. The world wars also spurred significant advancements in technology and medicine, driven by the desperate need for better weapons and healthcare for wounded soldiers. They marked the beginning of the nuclear age, changing the nature of warfare forever. The world wars reshaped our world, setting the stage for a new global order. These events, among others, have shaped our world in profound ways. From the flickering embers of the discovery of fire, humanity was forever changed. This elemental power brought warmth, safety, and a means to cook food, setting us apart from other species and fueling our progress. Then came the invention of the wheel, a simple yet revolutionary device. It not only made transportation and labor more efficient, but also set the stage for countless other inventions, accelerating the pace of human development. The fall of the Roman Empire was not just an end, but also a beginning. It marked the transition from antiquity to the Middle Ages, reshuffling political, social, and cultural norms, and shaping the Europe we know today. The Renaissance, that glorious rebirth, ushered in a new era of innovation and thought. It was a time when art, science, and philosophy flourished, lighting the way out of the Middle Ages and into the modern world. The Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid industrialization, drastically transformed society. It brought about unprecedented economic growth and technological advancements, but also introduced new challenges such as labor exploitation and environmental degradation. The World Wars, two cataclysmic conflicts, altered the global political landscape. They triggered advances in technology and warfare, reshaped national identities, and set the stage for the contemporary world order. The threads of history are interwoven, and each event, no matter how small, leaves an indelible imprint on the fabric of our world.